It's not about being the loudest man in the room. It's not about having the most aggressive opinion or the flashiest display of success. For decades, men have been sold a version of masculinity that is loud, forceful, and demanding of attention. But in their quiet moments, what women deeply and secretly admire is something far more powerful. A quality that can't be faked: calm masculinity. Most of us were taught to prove our worth. To chase, to persuade, to perform. We text back too fast, we fill every silence. We treat her attention like a prize we must constantly win. This endless effort is exhausting, and it slowly trains her to see you as a source of pressure, not peace. This video will show you a different path. We will explore 10 specific actionable habits of the calm, centered man, habits that build deep, lasting respect and admiration, because they come from a place of self-respect first. This isn't about playing games. This is about applying the ancient wisdom of Stoicism, which teaches one core lesson. You cannot control the world outside of you, but you can achieve absolute mastery of the world within you. Calm masculinity is the modern expression of that wisdom. In a few moments, we'll break down the first habit. Pay close attention to habit number 4, as it's a subtle mistake most men make that quietly signals neediness. And be sure to stay for habit number 9. It is the single greatest differentiator between a man who is seen as a boy and a man who is seen as a leader. Let's begin. The first habit is this: he listens to understand, not to respond. The loudest person in the room is often the most insecure. A calm man knows that true power lies not in speaking, but in understanding. He listens with the intent to comprehend her world, not to win an argument or insert his own solution. Think of a time a woman was sharing a problem with you, perhaps something frustrating at her job. The average man hears a problem and immediately shifts into fix-it mode. His mind is not on her words, but on formulating a solution. He interrupts with phrases like, "Well, what you should do is," or "You just need to tell your boss this." He believes he is being helpful, that he is demonstrating his value by providing a quick answer. But the calm man does the opposite. He understands she isn't looking for a consultant. She is looking for a sanctuary. So he listens fully. His phone is down. His mind is quiet. He lets her speak until she is finished, until the entire story is out in the open. Then instead of offering a solution, he offers understanding. He asks clarifying questions that show he was engaged with her experience, not just her problem. Questions like, "What was the hardest part of that situation for you?" Or, "How did that make you feel?" He validates her emotional reality first. The aftermath of this approach is profound. She doesn't feel managed. She feels seen. He becomes a space of psychological safety, a rare and valuable refuge in a world that constantly judges and advises. This builds a bond of trust that is far deeper and more resilient than the superficial connection built by simply being Mr. Fix-It. He demonstrates that he is strong enough to hold space for her emotions without needing to immediately resolve them. This quiet strength is immensely admirable. This leads directly to the second habit. He is an anchor in her emotional storms. The Stoics taught that we should be like a rock against which the waves crash, unmoved, but not unfeeling. A calm man is not emotionless. He is simply not a slave to emotion, neither his own nor hers. He provides stability when her world, or his, feels chaotic. Imagine she is upset, anxious, or angry about something. She is venting, and the emotional energy in the room is high. The average man makes one of two mistakes. He either absorbs her anxiety like a sponge, becoming stressed and agitated himself, which only escalates the situation, or he becomes defensive and dismissive, trying to use cold logic to dismantle her feelings, saying things like, "You're overreacting," or "It's not a big deal." The calm man understands that emotions are not a problem to be solved, but an experience to be witnessed. He remains present and grounded. He breathes. He doesn't get defensive, even if her frustration is directed at him. He doesn't tell her she's wrong to feel the way she does. Instead, he simply validates the feeling without taking it upon himself. He might say, "I can see how frustrating this is for you," or simply, "That sounds incredibly difficult." He is the calm, unmovable center in her storm. By doing this, he becomes her rock. She learns subconsciously that bringing her chaos to him will result in peace, not more chaos. His presence becomes incredibly reassuring. She feels safe to be vulnerable with him, knowing that he is strong enough to handle her emotions without breaking. This doesn't make him a doormat. It makes him a leader. He demonstrates emotional strength, a quality far more impressive than physical or financial strength alone. The third habit is one of the most crucial for long-term respect. His purpose comes before his partner. A man's primary relationship is with his mission in life. A woman can be a wonderful complementary partner on that journey, but she cannot be the journey itself. A calm man's validation comes from his progress, from the act of building his life and pursuing his potential. It does not come from her approval. We have all seen the alternative. A man gets into a new relationship and his world begins to shrink. He slowly cancels his gym sessions to be available for her. He stops working on his side project in the evenings. He sees his friends less and less. His entire universe, once full of varied interests and ambitions, collapses into a single point: her. The calm man protects the pillars of his life with a quiet discipline. He has non-negotiable time blocked for his work, his health, his friends, and his personal growth. He doesn't ask for permission to honor these commitments. He simply does. He invites her into his well-built world. He doesn't abandon his world to live in hers. This is not about neglecting her. It's about having a self to give in the first place. The effect of this is powerful. His time is perceived as valuable because it is finite and allocated with intention. He is a more interesting and dynamic partner because he has a rich life outside of the relationship. Subconsciously, she doesn't feel the immense pressure of being his sole source of happiness, which is a liberating and deeply attractive feeling. It allows her to relax and be his partner, not his purpose. She admires the man who is on a mission and is thrilled to be a part of it, not the center of it. This brings us to the habit I mentioned at the start. The fourth habit. He is comfortable with silence. Nervous energy abhors a vacuum. The compulsive need to fill every moment of silence with chatter, a joke, or a question is a subtle but clear sign of insecurity. A calm man understands that silence is not empty. It is full of answers. He is comfortable just being with someone, without the need for constant verbal validation. Think about a pause in the conversation during a dinner date, or a quiet moment during a car ride. For the average man, this silence feels like a failure. A wave of anxiety washes over him. He scrambles to find a new topic, asks a random question, or worse, pulls out his phone. He broadcasts the message, "This quiet is making me uncomfortable." The calm man lets the silence breathe. He doesn't see it as a problem to be solved. He holds eye contact with a gentle, relaxed smile. He observes the world around him. He might take a sip of his drink, fully present in the moment. He demonstrates that his own inner world is peaceful enough that he doesn't require constant external noise to feel at ease. He is enough, and his presence is enough. The impact of this is immense. He projects a powerful, grounded confidence. It makes the moments of actual conversation feel more meaningful because they aren't forced. For her, it's a profound relief. She feels no pressure to perform or entertain. She can finally relax in a man's presence, a rare and deeply attractive experience. His comfort with silence gives her permission to be comfortable too. The fifth habit complements this perfectly. He uses an economy of words. The Stoic philosopher Seneca wrote that we should be prescribed a number of words. A calm man understands this intuitively. He doesn't ramble, over-explain, or use 10 words when 2 will do. His words have weight and impact precisely because he doesn't waste them. Consider a scenario where she asks him why he can't make it to an event. The average man, fearing her disappointment, launches into a long, apologetic story. He gives a dozen justifications trying to manage her perception of him. He over-explains to the point of sounding defensive and weak, as if he needs her permission for his own choices. The calm man is clear, concise, and honest, without being blunt or cold. He might say, "I have a prior commitment that I need to honor, but I'd love to see you on Sunday instead." That's it. There is no excessive apology, no defensive rambling. He states his reality and offers an alternative, demonstrating both his commitment to his word and his desire to see her. When a man speaks with such intention, he is perceived as decisive and confident in his choices. His yes truly means yes, and his no truly means no. This clarity builds a foundation of trust. She learns that his words are reliable. This economy of language shows that he respects his own time and his own decisions, which in turn leads her to respect them as well. This leads to the sixth habit. He sets boundaries with grace, not aggression. A boundary is not a wall you build to punish others. It is a line you draw to honor yourself. A calm man doesn't set boundaries with anger, ultimatums, or dramatic pronouncements. He does so with quiet, firm self-respect. Let's say she has a habit of being consistently late, or perhaps she speaks to him in a disrespectful tone when she's stressed. The average man will typically do one of two things. He will either let it slide, building up a silent resentment that poisons the connection, or he will eventually explode in anger, making the situation about his emotional outburst rather than the core issue. The calm man addresses the behavior early, calmly, and directly. He focuses on his standard, not on attacking her character. If she is late, he might say with a calm tone, "I really value our time together, and it's important to me that we're on time for each other." If the tone is disrespectful, he might say, "I don't speak to you that way, and I ask that you don't speak to me that way." He is not asking for permission. He is stating his standard of interaction. This approach teaches people how to treat him. It commands respect without creating unnecessary drama. She learns that he has clear standards and the self-respect to uphold them. This doesn't push her away. It makes her feel more secure. She knows where she stands, and she admires the strength of his character. A man with clear boundaries is a man who knows his own worth. The seventh habit is about tempo. He moves at his own pace. The modern world is designed to make you rush, to make you reactive. A calm man consciously resists this pressure. He is deliberate. He doesn't allow someone else's urgency to become his emergency. He operates on his own timeline, guided by his own priorities. Imagine she sends a rapid series of texts, asking for an immediate decision about weekend plans, followed by a question mark. The average man feels a jolt of pressure. His mind races. He feels obligated to reply instantly, often making a commitment he hasn't fully considered, just to soothe the perceived urgency on the other end. The calm man is different. He sees the messages. He acknowledges them internally. Then he puts his phone down and continues with his current task, whether that's finishing a work email or reading a chapter of a book. He replies when he is ready with a clear and considered answer. He doesn't get swept up in her manufactured urgency. He doesn't mirror her frantic energy. He invites her into his calm energy. The effect is magnetic. He signals, without a single word, that he is in control of his own frame, his own time, and his own attention. This counterintuitively makes her more patient and more respectful of his focus. He is seen as the leader of his own life, not a reactor to the whims of others. He is the cause, not the effect. The eighth habit is a foundational pillar of inner strength. He doesn't fear solitude. He cultivates it. A man who fears being alone will do anything to avoid it. This fear is the root of most needy behavior, tolerating disrespect, breaking his own boundaries, and abandoning his purpose. A calm man, on the other hand, actively seeks solitude. He doesn't just tolerate it. He cultivates it as a necessary practice to recharge, to reflect, and to connect with his own inner voice. His own company is not a punishment. It is a privilege. Think about a weekend with no plans. For the average man, this empty space can feel like a crisis. A spike of anxiety hits him. He immediately starts swiping on dating apps, texting acquaintances, or scrolling through social media. doing anything to fill the void and distract himself from the silence of being alone. The calm man embraces this space. He sees it as an opportunity. He goes for a long hike in nature. He reads a book that challenges his mind. He works on a project that gives him a sense of accomplishment. He might simply sit in silence and enjoy the peace. He understands that solitude is where he builds the strength he needs to engage with the world. Because he is not afraid of being alone, his decision to spend time with her is a genuine choice, not a desperate need. This makes his presence a true gift, and his absence something that is actually felt. A woman deeply admires a man who doesn't need her, but consciously chooses her. This brings us to the habit I promised would be a differentiator. The 9th habit. He takes ownership. He doesn't place blame. In any conflict or problem, there are 2 types of people: victims and leaders. Victims blame external circumstances and other people. Leaders take ownership. A calm man, when faced with a problem, asks himself one simple question: what is my role in this, and what can I do to move toward a solution? He asks this even when it's 99% the other person's fault. This is the essence of radical responsibility. Imagine they have a misunderstanding or an argument. The average man's first instinct is defensive. He needs to prove he was right. His ego takes the driver's seat. He points out all the ways she was wrong, creating a scorecard of blame. You did this, so then I did that. The conflict escalates, and connection is broken. The calm man searches for his 1% of the fault and owns it completely and without qualification. He might say, "You know what? I can see my communication was unclear there. Let me try to explain that better." Or, "I own my part in that. My reaction was not helpful." He de-escalates conflict by taking the lead and finding a solution. This instantly breaks the cycle of blame and invites collaboration. It is a profound display of maturity, confidence, and strength that women find incredibly rare and deeply admirable. He proves he is a true partner, not an adversary. And finally, the 10th habit, which underpins all the others. He is guided by his values, not his feelings. Feelings are like weather. They are temporary, chaotic, and they pass. Values are like the bedrock beneath the soil. They are the stable foundation of your home. A calm man acknowledges his feelings of anger, jealousy, or anxiety, but he does not let them dictate his actions. He makes his decisions based on his core principles: honesty, integrity, discipline, kindness. Consider a situation where he feels a pang of jealousy because she mentions a male coworker. The average man reacts from that fleeting feeling. He might become suspicious, asking interrogating questions. He might become sarcastic or passive-aggressive. He might try to control her interactions. He lets a temporary feeling dictate a destructive action. The calm man acknowledges the feeling of jealousy internally. He observes it without judgment. He breathes. Then he acts based on his value of trust. He doesn't interrogate her. He doesn't let his insecurity leak out. He proceeds with the belief that she is trustworthy until proven otherwise. His actions are guided by his chosen character, not by his chaotic emotional state. This emotional consistency makes him stable, predictable, and trustworthy. She never has to walk on eggshells around him, wondering what mood he'll be in today. This stability is the very bedrock of a healthy, admirable, and long-lasting connection. It is the final expression of true, calm masculinity. So let's bring it all together. From listening to understand, to being the anchor in the storm. From having a purpose, to taking ownership. These 10 habits are not a checklist to perform. They are the outward expression of an inner state of peace and self-possession. Calm masculinity is not about suppressing your identity. It's about building an identity so strong that it doesn't need constant validation from the outside world. It is a quiet strength, built day by day, choice by choice. If this philosophy of building respect through self-mastery resonates with you, and you want to continue on this path, consider subscribing to our channel. We provide weekly guides for men who want to lead with integrity and calm. Knowing these habits is the first step. But the real test comes when you're faced with distance and uncertainty. How do you apply these principles when she starts to pull away? That is the ultimate challenge. To help you with that, the very next video you should watch is our deep dive guide, 9 reasons why she pulls away and the stoic way to respond. It's the perfect companion to this video. Click the box on the screen now, and let's master the art of the calm response.